The vegetable and food engraving is one of Chinese culture's most refined culinary art. It is an Asian carving art that has passed through thousands of years until today. Here, two dragons playing with a pearl is engraved in the pumpkin, and this pine tree and the longevity crane is engraved in watermelon. Each of these sculptures adopted the relief sculpture technique. The relief sculpture is when the artist carves in and out of the surface of the object to sculpt or to engrave. It can also refer to carving figures out of a plain surface. The vibrant colors from the radish, carrot, and pumpkin bring the fiery phoenix to life. In the tradition of Chinese pottery and tapestry, this culinary art stresses a refined attention to detail that creates these ornate visual spectacles. This is a peacock greeting the spring, or the peacock welcomes guests. It depends on the occasion. For instance, this crane is often used in birthday parties. This is a highly regarded exotic mystical animal called the qilin. Folk legend told that newlyweds would hope for a son, and if it indeed arrived, it was brought by the qilin. For thousands of years, these modern-day Chinese treasures were only enjoyed by royalty. But today, you can find these tasty sculptures in your nearest Chinatown. Now let's venture to Flushing, New York City's second Chinatown, located 20 minutes east of Manhattan in Queens. Several hundred thousand Chinese live in the Flushing community, which began its development in the 1980s. At that time, a large population of immigrants came from Taiwan and Hong Kong. Nowadays, it continues to grow with immigrants coming from everywhere, including mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan. From the rarest dishes to simple home cooking, Chinese fast food, Cantonese-style desserts, or wherever your Asian craving may take you. However, there is an escape from the hustle and bustle on Flushing's Main Street, a getaway from the everyday, the Eastern Lake Seafood Restaurant. The traditional decor and private rooms provide a private and intimate venue to enjoy the artistry and fine cuisine with friends and family. Every inch of the restaurant is crafted, designed and decorated to give the visitor an authentic traditional Chinese fine dining experience.
We opened the Eastern Lake Restaurant in 1986. A good restaurant should continually improve. In 2003, we renovated and redecorated the restaurant. Great attention was paid to the unique arrangements decorating the VIP rooms. We wanted both Chinese and Americans to have a place to come and enjoy Chinese tradition. Each dish is designed based on 3 principles of Chinese cooking: the smell, coloring, and taste. Our restaurant stresses style so that our customers not only savor our dishes, but also enjoy the beauty in each serving. That's why we invited Chef Chen Zicong. When I first came to America, things were very difficult. I started in the restaurant business, mopping and vacuuming, finally moving to being a cook's assistant, and even owning my own restaurant at one time. But my true passion is cooking, and I became quite accomplished. Yet I felt that garnishments didn't look good. Only some carrot slices and cucumber slices on the sides of dishes. So I found some books about the art of vegetable and fruit carving for decorating dishes. They looked very beautiful, so I started to learn.
Engraving in vegetable and fruit is different from other creative arts. The materials one chooses are a very important part of the completed piece. Vegetable and fruit are crisp, tender, juicy, and easy to fade away. They can only be appreciated for a short period of time. It is not like wood carving or stone engravings that can be kept for thousands of years. So there were very limited records that we could find in history. When creating a sculpture with vegetables or fruit, there are numerous factors and variables, from the ripeness to the longevity of different types. Both the state of the food and each carving are precisely calculated. Whether it be cutting, shredding, engraving, turning, poking, or pressing, all of it is part of a sophisticated, calculated, and systematic artistic process. This is truly an unrivaled skill. Pay close attention to the detailed patterns engraved, the mystical coiling of 3 dragons. These mixed colors and ornate arrangements can lighten up any banquet hall. At weddings, dragons and phoenix will be on the main stage to symbolize hope for a prosperous future. And at birthdays, the Chinese character for longevity will be the main focal piece. It is all custom-made at the customer's request. The vegetable and fruit carving are certainly the most distinct features of the Eastern Lake restaurant, but it doesn't stop there. Customers will also enjoy a wide selection of China's highest quality teas.
We have imported some of the best quality tea from China. Really good tea. I personally welcome you to have Yin Cha, which is Guangdong tea, along with some other refreshments. Come to have a meal here. You're sure to enjoy our excellent Chinese tea.
The ancients once said that tea is a spiritual herb between heaven and earth. Tea is the essence of the woods and herbs. It can refine along the way of the universe and refine one's mind. It was said that, be it Buddhism, Taoism, or Confucianism, all flow with the mountain's water tea, meaning the tea and the Chinese traditional culture are tightly woven together and cannot be separated. Thus, it can be seen, since ancient times, tea has offered richness and depth to the Chinese culture. Art is the crystal of human mind and wisdom. Eternal beauty is one of humans' highest pursuits. Like this tranquil-looking, colorful jelly, it is a rich ensemble of color and subtle beauty. These delicate dishes will not only decorate your plate, but they will also inspire your imagination. Look at this one called Lion in the Clouds. Add some dry ice. It really feels like the lion is riding on a cloud. This kind of expensive sculpture is normally used in a grand feast, but Eastern Lake Seafood Restaurant is different. Whenever you come, you will enjoy luxurious dishes garnished with delicate sculptures. It combines superior artistry enjoyed in the past by royalty and elegant ideas enjoyed today by anyone who pass on by. This fish is about 500 pounds and 4 feet high. This is called a complete sculpture. Sewing the rough shape in a large cube of ice, then using a shovel to cut in and out for the lines and scales. It took Chef Chen only an hour to finish. Although the materials for fruit and vegetable carving are very plain, the artist's hand is anything but plain. It becomes completely different, sensitive to detail, definitive in action and guided by the spirit of eternal beauty. This eternal pursuit can now be found in one more place, in a restaurant in New York's second Chinatown, Flushing, in a restaurant that brings the ancient traditions and royal beauty to our everyday life to savor.